Alrighty, guys, it looks like we are live. Hopefully, we are. And welcome to another News in General live show. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of newsingeneral.com. Sadly, Cole Cooper was unable to join us tonight. So basically, it's just going to be me. And I kind of thought, maybe we could experiment and try doing like a public type show where people can join. So basically what I did was I added the URL to the Google Hangout here so people can click on that and join me in the show to discuss certain topics, mainly the topics that I listed. So yeah, basically let's get on with it. First off, I want to do a little bit of promotion for News in General. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/newsingeneral, all one word. You can also follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/newsingeneral. That is all one word again. So people may pop in through this show, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully they can wait until I get done discussing what I'm talking about, and then we can introduce them if they do show. So let's go ahead and get on with the topics here. Let's go ahead and take a look what we got. I actually want to start off with this really interesting topic. Now, this is something the tech people would really enjoy, because this is talking about hacking drones and your smartphones. What could be better, right? Well, basically, CNN has posted an article up here titled, "This Drone Can Steal What's on Your Phone." That is right, people. A drone, now you know what a drone is, right? Kind of like that Amazon thing that they're going to be doing, Amazon Air, where they basically take a drone, a little like type of helicopter type thing, and they can actually send packages to your house. Now, what they're doing with these drones, these hacker drones, as I quoted them, basically they're going around, flying around major cities, and they're stealing your smartphone's information, whether it be your Amazon password or your location data or your any type of information that's on your phone. Now, how are they doing that? How is this capable? How are they capable of doing this? Well, basically, what they are doing is flying, like I said, flying around major cities. Okay, and they're looking, basically they have a program on there that looks for smartphones with Wi-Fi turned on. Okay, now once they find out a smartphone that has Wi-Fi turned on, they go ahead and basically hack into the phone via Wi-Fi and are able to steal your information, probably redirect you, probably fish for information as well. Let's go ahead and read a little bit about the article here. The technology equipped on the drone known as Snoopy, so they're calling this Snoopy, looks for mobile devices with Wi-Fi settings turned on, like I described. Snoopy takes advantage of a feature built into all smartphones and tablets, so it's not just your smartphone, people. When mobile devices try to connect to the internet, they look for networks they've accessed in the past. Their phone will very noisily be shouting out the name of every network it's ever connected to. Since post-security researcher Glenn Wilkinson said, they'll be shouting out Starbucks, "Are you there?" McDonald's, "Free Wi-Fi, are you there?" So yeah, basically this is a hacker project, which is very interesting to me because I enjoy all that type of stuff. And they're going to be, let's see what else they got going on here. I believe they're going to be presenting this idea to a conference. Let's see where this is at. Okay, here we go. The research will be presented next week at Black Hat Asian Cybersecurity Conference in Singapore. I would give my arm and a leg to be there, because I've never been to a Black Hat conference, and I would definitely love to go just to see what it's about and learn a lot of stuff. See what's out there, in the hacker community, because that's the type of stuff I enjoy. Now, will this inhibit you or make you not want to buy a smartphone or a tablet? Well, it shouldn't, because basically what you have to do in order to protect yourself against this is when you leave your house or wherever you're going in public, you leave your house, turn off your Wi-Fi. Okay, because this hacker drone basically can hack into your phone if the Wi-Fi is turned on. Now, if it's not, then you don't have to worry about this hacker drone, as I quote. Now, I do have my earbuds in. That's just in case if somebody does pop into the show here. But hopefully my audio is okay. I also want to let you guys know that oh wait, we got some comments here. Tyler Clemens. So basically, if you leave your Wi-Fi off, you'll be fine. Yes, basically, if you leave your Wi-Fi off, you will be fine. But not many people do that. They don't know that, The source is CNN, by the way, money.cnn. The link is actually in the description of this video. All the links for these articles that I'm going to be discussing are in the description of this video, so you can check that out. So yeah, the source was CNN, and definitely something interesting. I mean, because think about it, soon enough we're going to be having drones flying in our skies everywhere. Okay, now we're gonna have mail drones for Amazon and other things like that, and now the post office is probably going to be looking into these drones for delivering mail as well. Now we got hackers that are looking into creating these drones and able to hack into your Wi-Fi, your tablets, your smartphones. So we're going to have skies filled with drones, people. Isn't that cool? Um, but eventually one day the drones will be, gone, and actually we'll be flying in the sky with our flying cars and stuff. I can't wait for that day. That's going to be sweet as heck. Yeah, I also wanted to let you guys know that the Google Plus, if you watch me on the Google Plus events page, you can enable the Q&A application, and every time you ask me a question on there, you can basically hit the Q&A app, and it should be able to ask me a question, and it'll pop up here on my little hangout so I can see the question you ask, and I can get to it very fast. But if you're watching me on YouTube, I won't be able to get to the comments that are on the YouTube page because I'd have to open up YouTube and the internet connections and all that bull crap that we have to deal with nowadays. So I can't get to those comments and questions. I have to get to them later on after the live show is over with. But the Q&A app for Google Hangouts events is awesome. So put your questions in there, and I will get to them as soon as possible. Now, moving on, like I said, the drone can be hacked. They can hack your phone and tablet. So let's move on to another article. Quick note: all the links for these articles are in the description. So just to let you guys know, okay? So let's move on to the next article. The next article is one of my favorites, another one of my favorites actually. Some really very exciting news here. We have Pentagon developing combat chewing gum. Isn't that pretty cool? Combat chewing gum. Now let me describe what we're talking about here, guys. Wait, we got another comment. Couldn't they get the Wi-Fi password to your home network too if it's shouts out like you say? That's very interesting. I believe there's some type of protocol or some type of feature that's in a wireless device like a smartphone or a tablet that sends out information wirelessly. I'm not sure how it exactly works, but I don't think they can get it from your Wi-Fi home network. I think they only can get it from your smartphones and your tablets because they have like some certain protocol built in that does that. So like I said, just disconnect from your Wi-Fi, disable it, and then just you'll be safe. But thank you, Tyler, for watching the show here. He's commenting on the Q&A app, which I recommend you guys do. So let's move on to the next topic here. Pentagon developing combat chewing gum. This is by RT.com. This was posted today, actually. So maintaining good dental health may not seem like it'd be a top priority for soldiers, but the U.S. military is hard at work developing a new kind of chewing gum that can battle cavities. Now, what the hell? Why is the U.S. military only, why are they the ones that's going to be involved with this? Why can't we have gum out there, like the big corporations and big businesses like Wrigley? Why can't they design this type of chewing gum that's better for battling cavities? Yeah, they do got some out there, but still, I mean, it sounds like they're going to be putting a lot of money into this, with it being the U.S. military. So let's see. I believe this is for soldiers only. So this is going to be for United States military soldiers only. They're going to be putting all this money and research and development into a new chewing gum for the soldiers. Now, I'm saying, yeah, they deserve some type of enjoyment when they're in battle, chewing gum or whatever. But battling cavities and stuff, why can't they have that normally in all gum? Why is it just in this soldiers U.S. military chewing gum, super soldier gum as I call it, simply dubbed combat gum? Oh, they dub it combat gum. Okay. The new product is currently under development at the Army Institute of Surgical Research, featuring a synthetic collection of antimicrobial peptide, the same naturally occurring molecules in human saliva that kill bacteria. The gum can potentially help reduce plaque and tooth decay, as well as prevent cavities. $12 million spent. Okay, let's see what this is about. The gum has been in development for roughly 7 years. Wow, that's a long time for development in gum. And after that much time, and up to $12 million spent. $12 million spent on developing this anti-combat gum, whatever you want to call it. Are you kidding me? How much time do they spend and how much money do they spend on developing Wrigley gum or spearmint gum or something like that? You know why? Is because they don't want the general public to freaking have this type of gum to where they can purchase it and not get tooth decay and tooth problems and gum disease and stuff like that. They want them to buy all this other gum that's out there that's full of sugars and other types of chemicals and whatnot. They want them to do that. That way they can spend more money on fixing their teeth and buying products to fix their teeth. But $12 million spent in 7 years of research on this combat gum? Wow. Think of how many people have gotten cavities and gum problems and stuff like that, chewing on regular sugary gums and stuff like that. So imagine if they took away all those gums, sugar gums, and replace them with these type of gums. Now I wonder if there is any type of flavoring with it. Because if there's no flavoring, not many people are going to want to chew it, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the Q&A real quick. Tyler comments again, Tyler Clemens. He says, not a question, but FYI, the delay between the Q&A and your video is horrendous. Great. Thank you for telling me that, Tyler. Hopefully it's not too bad out there for you guys. But let's see what I can do about that. I do have a lot of tabs open on my Google Chrome here, so maybe that's the issue. A lot of news tabs are open, so it's probably loading up a lot of stuff and all the ads and bullcrap that they have on there. Yeah, $12 million in 7 years spent on combat chewing gum, or super soldier gum, I call it. Forget combat gum, super soldier gum. Because basically, I want to also talk a little bit about this super soldier idea. They're basically trying to create a Iron Man suit or something similar to it. So we're gonna have Iron Man Super Soldier with Iron Man Super Gum. So that's kind of cool there. They're developing food and nutrition and stuff for super soldiers or these Iron Man type soldiers. And why can't we have them? Why can't the public get it? We need it too. We don't want to be chewing all these crazy gums and rotting our teeth out and having gum problems. But they're not going to spend their time on that, guys. They're not going to spend their time and money on that. Because, like I said, they're not for us. They're mostly against us. Because the world is run by corporations and people with fat pockets, and they're only about money. So we're not going to see healthy products anytime soon that are just for your health and don't have hidden chemicals and compounds and all types of stuff in there that can kill you, like the medications of today do have, like the food of today have, like the drinks of today have. Like the hair products and other products around the world and even cologne and stuff, they have stuff in there too that you don't know that can harm you, that can cause skin irritations and stuff like that. So yeah, they're just basically killing you just to make money, killing you slowly over time. Okay. What brings up the topic is this super soldier gum, which that's what brings up the topic of me going into this conspiracy rant, because they're spending the money only on the soldiers. Top priority for soldiers, they say. The U.S. military is hard at developing a new kind of chewing gum that can battle cavities. But it's only for soldiers. It's not for the general public. We're not going to have gum that can fight cavities. The U.S. military can't. Because they need to be out patrolling the streets when the police state starts. But let's move on to the next topic here, because I'm beginning to ramble like crazy. I apologize for that, guys. So yeah, let's get on to the next topic. The next topic we have, let's see. Oh, what did I just talk about? We got more drug-resistant infections seen in U.S. children. This is by CBSNews.com, published today. This is all kind of like breaking new news, basically. A growing number of American children are developing infections caused by a worrisome type of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Now, what that means is we've been pumping ourselves with antibiotics for a while now. Okay. Now, eventually, these viruses and bacteria are going to get used to that and going to adapt to that and be able to morph into something else totally worse than what it was before. And so it becomes resistant to the antibodies that we have created. And now, what are we going to do? Basically, the problem with this, and the reason why this is happening, is like I said, we're shoving antibiotics down our throat. We get a cold, we get antibiotics. Why can't our immune system, like it should, take care of that? The reason why it doesn't now is because it's so weakened and so reliant on getting extra antibiotics in your system that it's not going to be able to fight it off. You're going to have to go to the hospital or go to the doctor and get the antibiotics to help fight it off. But now it's becoming resistant. So now antibiotics can't even help you. 1 in 5. Okay, let's go on with the article here before I start ranting and raving. While still rare, the bacteria are being found more often in children of all ages, especially those who are 1 to 5 years old. The study found. Investigators analyzed samples collected from children nationwide between 1999 and 2011 to assess the prevalence of the antibiotic-resistant type of bacteria called WOW. Enterobacteriaceae, which produces an enzyme called extended spectrum beta lactamase, or ESBL. We'll just say that, ESBL. The enzyme defeats many strong antibiotics, the study author says. So yeah, like I've said, guys, these antibiotics that we're pumping into our system, and that echinacea and all these other types of medication that we pump into our system, they have an effect on your body for the worse. They weaken your immune system. They also can cause other complications and other problems. It's just insane. Like I said, the corporations, it's all about money, guys. What better way to make more money than to give a person a problem and give him more problems after he's tried to fix the first problem? So basically, I get a cold, I go to the store, get some type of medicine, get that. Oh, look on the box, it says it's causing nausea, it's causing vomiting, it's causing dizziness and stuff like that. Oh, doctor, I'm dizzy, I got a headache, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's give you some more medicine. Okay, so they're making more money on top of more money because they're feeding you all this type of chemicals and compounds that are in these foods, in these drinks, in these medications, these fragrances, these, you know, these shampoos, and the list goes on, guys. So we basically need to rely on ourselves and rely on our body like it was supposed to take care of. Whoops, my earbuds fell out. I don't really need my earbuds because nobody's on the show, but yeah, we're just pumping in all these antibiotics and stuff, and it's basically weakening our immune system, which we don't need because our body was built to take care of all this stuff. And the reason why all these new diseases and viruses are coming out is because we're creating them. We're creating them. I mean, look at the pollution, look at the bacteria, look at the whole world in general, and look at everything that we're doing bad to the world. Okay, that's going to have some effect, and the effects are, you know, the global warming, you know, the pollution, the fish dying, the animals going extinct. Then we also got, you know, what it has effect on our body. Okay, our body, we're breathing that stuff in. It's going to cause diseases. It's going to cause certain things. Okay, and stuff we drink in our own water. You know, we got fluoride in our water. We got all those other stuff that they put in there, to so-called to help it or make it better, I guess. But yeah, it's just insane, guys. I'm going on a rant there with that topic. I apologize for that. A quick note: I do want to let you guys know that I am only going to be streaming for about 40 to 30 minutes. That is because I actually have a after-hours hangout planned, and I also want to do some other things as well. And also, Cole Cooper's not here to make it more exciting, so I basically have to cut the time short for you guys. So we got some more topics, don't worry. We're going to be talking, let's see what else we got here. Okay, GOG and MAGOG. Link is in the description for that if you have no idea what that is, if you haven't read the Bible. GOG and MAGOG is basically a reference to the first big war that's going to happen right after the end times right when the apocalypse basically starts, when God comes down and, you know, everybody starts fighting and the world ends, I guess, end times. GOG and MAGOG is supposedly a person or a place or like a country. GOG being one country or one person, MAGOG being one person or one country. Now, there's a lot of conspiracies out there saying GOG or MAGOG is Russia, and Israel is one of them as well. So if you haven't read the Bible and if you don't know what this is about, I encourage you to read up on it, GOG and MAGOG, because of what's going on today with all the wars and all this stuff and this crazy nonsense that's going on, this chaos. It's very important to kind of touch on the prophecies and the scriptures, because there's a lot of eye-opening stuff in there that is basically fulfilling itself. There's a lot of prophecies that are coming to pass, and GOG and MAGOG looks like one of them, because look at Ukraine, look at Russia, look at Israel now. Israel now is all of a sudden fighting Syria and blasting them with bombs, and Syria is doing the same thing, and it's going back and forth. And in the Bible, you know, Israel is a very important place, okay? But also in reference to Gog and Magog, Russia is also an important place, because what the Bible basically says is the powers from the north, they're going to come down into Israel, I believe, and basically, you know, start the end of the world, try to take over. Now, what did they do? They tried to take over Ukraine. They're trying to take over Crimea right now, and it looks like they're succeeding. Now, what happens when they get more horsepower, I guess you could say, and they try to take over other countries? What if they try to take over Israel? There's Gog and Magog happening right there. That is where we start to prepare for the end of the world, guys. Because the prophecy says it, Revelations, it says it in Revelations, the Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel and Revelations, that basically prepare for the apocalypse. Right when that war starts to happen, right after that, the end of the world's going to start. So look out for Gog and Magog, and a lot of researchers, a lot of you know, biblical researchers, have done a lot of research, and they come up with either it's in Ukraine, Turkey, Russia, and what's happening today, you know. So we got to watch out, guys. We definitely have to watch out. Like I said, check out the link in the description, because that offers some information on Gog and Magog. If you, like I said, if you have not read the Bible and are not familiar with it. But yeah, it's kind of scary. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the end of the world going to happen with Russia and Ukraine and Israel? And you know, is it going to happen? Because what it's beginning to look like is Russia's becoming antsy, if you will. They're tired of sitting back and watching the U.S. take country after country taking over and having no repercussions. Look what we did to Iraq. Look what we did to all these other countries that we came in and took over and converted and said, you know, okay, you're converted, we're leaving you. They're tired of it. Other countries are most likely tired of it as well. They'd probably say, you know what, it's time to give the United States a lesson. And Russia's doing that. They're trying to take over a country just like the United States did. But now the United States, oh, that's bad. This can't happen. You know, we're gonna come after you. We're gonna have the whole world come after you if you try that. But it's okay for the U.S. to do that? You see my point here, guys? It's okay for the United States to take over a country, but it's not okay when Russia tries to take over another country. And it seems like they're not trying to do anything all that bad. I mean, how many Ukrainians want to be a part of Russia? A lot of them. 90%, 95%. I can't remember how much it was, but it was around there. A high amount of Ukrainians want to become part of Russia. Why not let it happen? Why is the United States getting involved? Maybe because they fear that Gog and Magog is actually real, and Russia is trying to get more power, trying to seize more power. Once they get more power, then the world starts. Because I know for a fact that China is on Russia's side. You know how much manpower China has, guys? You know how much military manpower they have? They're tremendous. Combined with Russia and all these other countries versus the United States and whoever joins us. I mean, it's scary, guys. It's scary to think about that. Looks like we have no more viewers, but I thank you, Tyler Clements, for joining. And after the fact, if you watch this video, thank you. Make sure to thumbs it up and share it out there and comment below on the topics that I discuss. Hopefully I don't talk too fast for you guys, because I am trying to speed through all this and get this all down for you guys and describe it. Don't want to sit here and have a 2-hour hangout, because not a lot of people like to watch that 2-hour live show. Alrighty, guys. Next topic. What is the next topic? The next topic we have... Oh, we're talking about Crimea. All right, lower house ratifies Federation treaty with Crimea. This is from RT, which I greatly adore, RT.com, as I get notification there. Demonstrators hold a Crimean flag at Lenin Square in central Simferopol on March 18, 2014. This photo is credited by Filippo Monteforte. The State Duma has voted to ratify the acceptance of the Republic of Crimea in the city of Sevastopol as new parts of the Russian Federation. I love Russian Federation. I love the word Federation because it reminds me of Star Trek for some reason. Sorry about that. Of 446 lower house MPs, 443 voted in favor of the treaty and 1 voted against it. There were no abstentions. Yeah, I think that's what it says. During the same session, the State Duma passed a constitutional law detailing the condition in order of accepting the two new subjects into the Russian Federation. So they're accepting Crimea and the city of Sevastopol. So that's not all of Russia, or that's not all of Ukraine, but it's a big part. I mean, Crimea is a big place, but they're mostly Russian. Most of them are pro-Russian. So looks like Crimea is no longer part of Ukraine, which is kind of scary. So the Federation Treaty was submitted to the lower house by President Putin on Wednesday after he signed it with leading Crimean and Sevastopol officials on Tuesday. The treaty has been provisionally in use since the signing and will come into force after ratification by the parliament. Now, how is the United States going to respond to all this? They're going to say sanctions. They're going to sanction Ukraine and Crimea and all these other, Russia. And is that going to do any good? No, it's not, because they're laughing in our face. They are laughing in our face, guys. They don't care. They don't care about the sanctions, okay? You know why? It's because they're going to take over and it's going to be the end of the world. That's why. But no, trying to be funny there. Okay, let's see. But yeah, I mean, it's just insane on what's happening with all this crap that's going on with Russia and Crimea and the Ukraine, and how the United States wants to get involved with it. I don't understand. I mean, it's not like it's like Osama bin Laden, like Putin is Osama bin Laden. Like, he's going over there killing hundreds and thousands. It's not like he's a terrorist and we have to go beat him up, you know. He's a president of a country, okay? And for him to, say it's justice and it's okay to go in and take over this country because he deems it necessary to make sure the safety of the people there that are pro-Russian and that are Russian. Make sure they're safe, and for the United States to deny that, then, the United States just needs to stay the hell out of the business of Russia. But like I said, we're just probably afraid of Russia right now. We're afraid of the Cold War, and it's likely to happen again. We might go into another Cold War here, guys, or we might have like a Cold War relationship with Russia. Build your bunkers, guys. Build your bunkers. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let's see. Kind of disappointed. I'm actually disappointed. But that's fine. Let's see. Last topic. And what time are we at? 7:58. Holy cow. So I started this at 7:30. 7:58. Well, not that bad, guys. I do tend to ramble. I do apologize for that. Hopefully you guys can hear me fine. I got my microphone over here. My brother actually watches the show sometimes. And he says that my microphone and my audio is very low. Excuse me. But when when I am by myself in the Hangout, he can hear me fine. But when somebody else joins, he can't hear me. So obviously I have an issue with my internet, and I need to get better internet for you guys to understand me and be able to see me and not be any lag and stuff like that. So I do apologize for that. I have a webcam, a Logitech C920, which I'm told is very good, and from what I can tell, it's pretty good. And I also have Audio Technica microphone as well, USB microphone, so that should be working good. I'm not sure why my audio isn't coming through clear. But like I said, it could have to do with my internet connection, because I do have basic internet, basically. No pun intended. For one lead, a sea of questions emerged. Sorry, I've been talking, so my voice is kind of cracking up here. But basically what this topic is, it's from CNN, and we're talking about the missing plane from Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Yes, guys. Yes, I'm talking about that still. Why in the world is Malaysian Airlines Flight so popular? But yet we have hundreds of planes disappearing and boats disappearing, but yet they don't become as popular as Malaysian Airlines has become. Maybe it's because it's trying to, the media, excuse me, man. The major news outlets are trying to push this story out there and get it popular and get everyone talking about it to hide some other news that the government doesn't want the news media to be talking about, the news organizations and stuff. So what better way to get a popular news article out there and get thousands of people talking about it to hide something else happening in the world that's more important and more devastating. Not to say that this isn't devastating. Do feel for the people that have lost their loved ones and stuff. But where in the hell is this plane, guys? That is why it's so popular, is because all the conspiracy theorists out there, thanks to YouTube, can go out there and voice their opinions and conspire and try to figure out what happened to it, like I do. A lot of CNN anchors and stuff and news reporters were joking about being swallowed up by a black hole. Micro black holes are possible, but in order for a black hole to be big enough to swallow a plane, that black hole would be swallowing the Earth right now. Micro black holes, they're all around the universe. Micro black holes are like freaking microscopic. It's nothing to worry about with them. But a black hole that's big enough as a plane or able to suck in a plane, we gotta worry about that. And so that's not possible because the Earth would be sucked in as well. Hopefully transported to a better place in the cosmos. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at a sea of questions emerges. When will we know whether the debris that's been spotted in the southern Indian Ocean is from missing Malaysian Airlines Flight 370? Now, there's been some talk about some type of debris seen 15,000 miles southwest of Australia. Now, I'm told that the Boeing 777 took off March 8th, or not took off, but it took off. I believe it took off. And it didn't take off with a full tank of fuel. So it can make it all the way to Australia. I'm not sure about that. I gotta do some more research on that. But yeah, some debris was spotted in the Indian Ocean. They believe it's part of the Malaysian Airlines, for now anyway. Josh Young, General Manager of Emergency Response for the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, says it will be a lengthy process. Of course it would be a lengthy process. All right, okay. We have to locate it, confirm that it belongs to the aircraft, recover it, and then bring it a long way back to Australia. So that could take some time, he says. So basically, it's going to take quite a while for us to find out who this belongs to or what this debris is about, if it's Malaysian related or not. Or is it a UFO? A crashed UFO. That'd be cool. But I believe the United States is involved. United States, New Zealand's involved as well. In finding this, they basically found it together, kind of like a collaboration or whatever. Okay. They also ask, would pieces of the plane still be floating? Depending on how hard they smack the water. If they went straight down, full throttle, I mean, disintegration most likely. But yeah, if they went down, glided down and just kind of, tossed and tumbled and crashed, there should be some type of, seat cushions or, jackets and, the underwater or the flotation device jacket, stuff like that. But heavy materials would basically sink, yeah. The lighter materials would float. Now, how hard? It's pretty hard to find these floating seat cushions and jackets and stuff like that because they're small. It'd be a lot easier to find an engine floating or the fuselage floating or whatever, a wing. But trying to spot them from a high above or whatever or far away on a boat is kind of difficult. Another question is it possible that the plane would have gone that far? Now this is where I talk about the fuel. A flight instructor on a 777 flight simulator said that running out of gas would be a big concern. There's such few options, he said. As long as range as this aircraft is, it's a long way to any suitable airport out there. There are small islands, that you could possibly land at, but that would really be pushing your limits of the airplane. So I would really be worried about running out of gas. The 777 was fully fueled, and can go 16 to 18 hours. Flight 370 was not. Oh, so it was, let's see, I was right. Some planes flew over the area and a ship went there. What did they find? That's another question. 4 aircraft, 2 from Australia, 1 from New Zealand, and 1 from the United States, flew into the search area but found nothing of note. A Norwegian cargo ship also arrived in the area Thursday afternoon, but had not found anything as of nightfall. The researchers were hindered by low visibility and rough seas in the region, a wild and remote stretch of ocean rarely traveled by commercial shipping or aircraft. A second merchant ship is steaming to the area, as is the HMAS Success, an Australian naval vessel that is still several days away. China and Malaysia are also sending vessels to the area, they said Thursday. All right, one last question here, and I'm going to wrap this up. All right, this is one I like. If it's not the plane, what else could it be? They say almost anything big and buoyant. The objects were spotted in part of the Indian Ocean, known of swirling currents called gyres, that can trap all sorts of floating debris. Among the leading contenders for what the object might be, assuming there's not part of Flight 370, shipping containers that fell off a passing cargo vessel. There are reasons to doubt that theory, however. The area isn't near commercial shipping lanes. And the large object, at the estimated 79 feet, which is 24 meters, would seem to be nearly twice as long as standard shipping containers. So this object is pretty big, guys. What do you guys think this object is that they've discovered? And let me know what you guys think about all the other topics that I talked about in the stream. Make sure to comment below. Make sure to follow us on News in General. Check out our website, newsingeneral.com. Check out our Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/newsingeneral. And yeah, our Twitter is News in General also. So all the links will be in the description below for the news articles and our social networks. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of newsingeneral.com, also known as the Diabetic Geek here on YouTube. I thank you guys for watching this video, and we will see you guys next time for the live stream for News in General. Until then, peace. Okay, now once they find out a smartphone that has Wi-Fi turned on, they go ahead and basically hack into the phone via Wi-Fi and are able to steal your information, probably redirect you, probably fish for information as well. Let's go ahead and read a little bit about the article here. The technology equipped on the drone known as Snoopy, so they're calling this Snoopy, looks for mobile devices with Wi-Fi settings turned on, like I described. Snoopy takes advantage of a feature built into all smartphones and tablets, so it's not just your smartphone, people. When mobile devices try to connect to the internet, they look for networks they've accessed in the past. Their phone will very noisily be shouting out the name of every network it's ever connected to. Alrighty, guys, it looks like we are live. Hopefully we are. And welcome to another News in General live show. Once again, I am Jason Goyette, the owner of newsingeneral.com. Sadly, Cole Cooper was unable to join us tonight. So basically, it's just going to be me. And I kind of thought, maybe we could experiment and try doing like a public type show where people can join. So basically what I did was I added the URL to the Google Hangout here, so people can click on that and join me in the show to discuss certain topics, mainly the topics that I listed. So yeah, basically let's get on with it. First off, I want to do a little bit of promotion for News in General. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/newsingeneral, all one word. You can also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/newsingeneral. That is all one word again. So people may pop in through this show, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully they can wait until I get done discussing what I'm talking about, and then we can introduce them if they do show. So let's go ahead and get on with the topics here. Basically, let's go ahead and take a look what we got. I actually want to start off with this really interesting topic. Now, this is something the tech people would really enjoy, because this is talking about hacking drones and your smartphones. What could be better, right? Well, basically, CNN has posted an article up here titled, "This Drone Can Steal What's on Your Phone." That is, security researcher Glenn Wilkinson said, "They'll be shouting out Starbucks, are you there? McDonald's free Wi-Fi, are you there?" So yeah, basically this is a hacker project, which is very interesting to me because I enjoy all that type of stuff. And they're going to be, let's see what else they got going on here. I believe they're going to be presenting this idea to a conference. Let's see where this is at. Okay, here we go. The research will be presented next week at Black Hat Asian Cybersecurity Conference in Singapore. I would give my arm and a leg to be there, because I've never been to a Black Hat conference, and I would definitely love to go just to see what it's about and learn a lot of stuff. See what's out there, in the hacker community, because that's the type of stuff, right, people? a drone. Now you know what a drone is, right? Kind of like that Amazon thing that they're going to be doing, Amazon Air, where they basically take a drone, a little like type of helicopter type thing, and they can actually send packages to your house. Now what they're doing with these drones, these hacker drones, as I quoted them, basically they're going around, flying around major cities, and they're stealing your smartphone's information, whether it be your Amazon password or your location data or your any type of information that's on your phone. Now, how are they doing that? How is this capable? How are they capable of doing this? Um, well, basically, what they are doing is flying, like I said, flying around major cities. Okay, and they're looking. Basically, they have a program on there that looks for smartphones with Wi-Fi turned on.